Hi, and welcome to the How to Connect with Your Spirit Guides course. Thank you for trusting us to guide you on your journey to transformation. We're very excited to see you take the next step in life with the help of your spirit guides. As a reminder, here's what we'll be covering in each class. In the first class today, we're just going to be giving a very basic introduction to how the course is going to work, and also a little bit of a brief introduction as to spirit guides and an overview and how they work, just to give you a bit of a basic idea. As I mentioned, each video is going to be around 11 minutes, so we aim to do 11 classes for 11 minutes, the 1111, the sacred vibrational number. In the next class, we'll be distinguishing between true and false spirit guides and teaching you about them and learn. Probably one of the most important lessons you'll ever learn in your life to make sure that you know how to keep the difference between the two. You'll be also looking at false spirit guides who are affecting you and how to close the loopholes in your life which are actually allowing them in. We'll then be looking at a structured process on how to still your mind and get rid of distracting thoughts to tune in and connect with your guide. So here is where you'll start learning how to actually still your mind, go into a deeper state and actually connect with your guides. Then in class 5, you'll be looking at how to receive guidance on your life path. So this is how to actually get the messages and listen. It's one thing to connect, it's another thing to decipher the messages. We're then going to do a bit of an energetic cleanse of your third eye and crown chakra to enhance your connection with the divine. So by doing this will help you a little bit. This will help you to actually connect with the divine and actually to connect yourself with your spirit guides a lot better by having a much clearer third eye. You'll also be learning about how to channel and work with spirit guides to heal others around you. So you'll be learning that many guides particularly will help you once you start helping others, and then you'll find you get access to even more. Some, for example, will only work with you if you're actually helping others. Then the 8th class, then we'll look at spirit guides who specifically will help you around finances, like Saint Germain, for example, and there's a few others who you can meet them and they will actually guide you in your business and guide you in your financial affairs. And some of these ones I work with personally. Spirit guides who can help you around love and health, and again, specific names and ones who work in that area of your life. For example, like Archangel Raphael. You'll then be looking at how to apply this knowledge in your daily life, and then finally, a recap of what you've learned and what to do next. As promised, for taking action quickly, you're also going to receive one bonus, and there's another surprise gift we'll give you, which was not disclosed. So we're going to be actually giving you more than we promised you. Firstly, you're getting a group healing session with our Master Healer, William, to awaken your third eye. So we're going to be giving you a bit of a special group healing session. This will be happening after the course is finished. More details on the time and date to come. So to connect you with your spirit guides, it's very important to know who you are internally, and we're about to reveal the second gift we're going to be giving you very shortly, so stay tuned on that one. So Christ consciousness is very, very important in relation to connecting with your spirit guides. So having not only a personal connection to the Christ consciousness, but knowing spirit guides that are connected with that. Because spirit guides who work with the light are always going to be connected with the Christed consciousness. Those who are not are working for low-level entities or consciousness of the dark. Now, as part of this training to help accelerate your growth and connect you with Christ consciousness a little bit better, and as we promised you, give you an even further bonus to help you, we're going to be hosting a weekly study group. And this group will give you access to activations to awaken your Christ consciousness, be with like-minded people to discuss learnings from the group and the course, accountability, which is really important, synchronicity by meeting the right people and like-minded people, and learning more about cause and effects and things that can interfere and get in the way. Keep an eye on your emails so when the study group begins, it'll be run by one of our master leaders and teachers, Grace, who is actually my main partner with the Awakening Within in terms of running it, one of the leaders. And Grace will be actually running this group. So stay tuned, you'll be hearing a lot more about this. Now, without further ado, let's begin. So who are spirit guides? Put very simply, they are one, but they're yet many. They guide each step you're taking in this life. And that truthfully and really is the reason that they're here. Those who are working with the Christ consciousness are keen to help you in your life, complete your path, complete your karmic resolutions, and enable you to finish what you're here to do and ideally to eventually ascend. They show you the mysteries of the spiritual realm and lead you to everlasting and eternity life, which, in other words, or eternal life, which basically, in simple terms, really means to ascend and go through to the next level. So you go back to your infinite and your infinity being. They assist you on how to live a life of grace and ease. One of the things I found in life isn't meant to be a struggle. And generally, when it's a real struggle, you're off path. Now, I'm not saying it's not challenging, because challenges is very much part of how we clear our karma and also achieve great success in connecting with guides and become successful in our life. At the same time, we're not meant to struggle and have life really, really hard. So spirit guides can guide you to be on your right path so you can live a life of grace and ease. And of course, ultimately lead you back to the infinite mind or source, back to where you came from. Life is meant to be a gift. But when you go through challenges such as really intense financial challenges, which are really difficult for you to deal with, misalignment with your path where you've completely gone off track and gone away from the very reason that Source put you on planet Earth, or not just Source, your own oversoul and your spirit guides to help you complete your karma, make right the things you've done in your previous lifetimes. And so when you start going off track and getting away from that, it becomes a problem not just for you, but for your guides. And so these can lead to things like health problems and things like that, depression, financial challenges, all kinds of stuff. So you never truly get the experience that the blessings and the gift of life can give you, and unless you go through challenges, and not just that, but you learn how to overcome them and learn to work with your guides. Because a very important thing to understand with your spirit guides is whatever's going on for you externally is always a reflection of the internal. That is why, as part of connecting with your guides, it's so important to continually work on yourself, because your guides are continually really keen to work with you and to help you and ultimately to connect with you. Spirit guides mean nothing but the best for you. They are totally committed to your best. And assuming, of course, they're aligned with the Christ consciousness, they're here to work with your higher self and with you to make sure you get on track or stay on track, so ultimately you can complete your karma, go through your path on Earth, and not just help yourself and finish your own path, but also help the others upon planet Earth who you're here to serve. So they allow you and put you through challenges to bring you back on path on the source. Now, I know this may sound really harsh, but think of how your parents disciplined you when you misbehaved. That's assuming you had good parents. And if you didn't, well, just imagine that you had parents that really loved you and wanted the best for you. Well, as my parents disciplined me. And getting soft with you and hoping you won't do it again, as we see in life, doesn't solve anything. When parents do this, when governments do this, when anyone do this, it doesn't really work. And tough love is how we basically become better people. That's how you become a great sports athlete, through tough love. That's how you become a better person, through tough love. Ultimately, you'll basically have tough love, and that's what will actually help you to become successful. Spirit guides are no different. When you connect with them, all your challenges become your greatest strengths, and they'll really guide you and help you and allow you to go through challenges, but they'll make sure you never go through challenges that are more than you can cope with. They have a very specific structured and generally by pre-arranged agreement with you before you came on planet Earth. So to tune into your spirit guides, it's necessary to completely surrender and let go. And be able to really just let go and let go of your mind, because when you're thinking linear, logically in your mind, it's a real problem, because then you really may as well just do your own self-talk. It's when you let go that, and you're not thinking, that your deeper or higher conscious self can speak to you and give you these little still small voice or inner messages. So it's detaching from the things of this world, the 3D world and the sense world, so you can really hear your guides. And most of all, most importantly, remove self. Now, clearly you'll be hearing a lot more of this over the coming classes. This is just an introduction, but you'll be hearing a lot more of this. And sure, it all sounds easy, but it is very challenging to do, like very challenging. As the classes go on, You'll start to understand this better as we go into more depth. So now what's going to be our next class? In our next class, you'll learn how to properly discern between a true and a false spirit guide. And that's going to be where we'll go to some depth. Those aligned with the Christ consciousness and those aligned with Lucifer or the dark, or really just what I call lower level consciousness entities or beings, however you like to look at them. And like I said, this is an area where most people we find get deceived very, very easily. So in this class, you'll be learning how to make sure that you don't get deceived. So listen carefully and take notes, because you certainly don't want guidance from the wrong souls, from false spirit guides or what's called discarnates or disembodied beings that are really off track in their own life and trying to cause as much trouble as they can. So stay tuned, and I'm really looking forward to serving you in the next class. So until then, bye for now, and see you then. And you'll be getting your next class over the next few days.